Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a look at mobile banking in Thailand.
Yeah, specifically the Bangkok Bank app.
Right, and we're seeing it through the lens of a Japanese user there, Chiang from his YouTube video.
Which is a great perspective, actually. Someone navigating it perhaps for the first time, or at least as a non-local.
Exactly. Our goal is really to understand, the key features and how this app makes daily transactions easier, especially if you're new to the Thai financial scene.
It's always fascinating to see how these apps adapt locally, not just generic banking stuff, but what actually works on the ground there.
Totally. And the first point Shinji makes is about getting started. It's not fully digital right away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he mentions having to actually visit a Bangkok bank branch in person first.
Ah, okay. So still a bit of that traditional banking interaction needed up front.
Seems like it, maybe for verification or something.
Yeah, makes sense. A blend of digital convenience and, well, necessary security checks.
Okay, so let's get into the day-to-day usage. Payments. Shinji really emphasizes QR codes.
The big one in Thailand, right?
Absolutely. He says, credit cards might not be accepted everywhere, especially smaller places.
Like street food stalls, maybe?
Exactly, but QR codes, pretty much universal.
That's a huge practical difference for daily life.
For sure. And he walks us through a typical payment. It often starts with the cashier asking something like,
Scan QR code Dai Mai. Is that right? Like, can I pay with QR?
yeah, that's it. And the response is Daika, meaning yes.
Okay, nice little cultural insight there.
Then in the app, you just tap the scan button. Simple. Point your phone's camera at the shop's QR code.
Right. Does the amount pop up automatically, or?
Sometimes it does. Sometimes you have to key it in yourself. Depends on the setup.
Got it.
Then you just review it, make sure it's right, and tap confirm. Done.
Pretty smooth.
Yeah. And afterwards, you get an e-slip, like a digital receipt. And Shinji noted something interesting. Sometimes the vendor will actually take a photo of your phone screen showing the e-slip.
Huh. For their own records, I guess.
Must be. It's sort of a blend, isn't it? High-tech payment, low-tech record keeping sometimes.
Yeah, adapting the tech to existing practices.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
So besides QR codes, which are obviously key, what else is useful?
Well, he mentioned a straightforward transfer feature.
Right, for things like paying rent, he said. Standard bank stuff, but mobile.
Exactly. And then there was the cardless ATM withdrawal.
Oh, yeah, that sounded pretty neat. He compared it to SBI Net Bank in Japan.
He did, yeah. Good comparison for those familiar with it. The main benefit he highlighted was safety.
How so?
Well, you're not actually putting your physical card into the ATM slot.
Ah, so no risk of the machine, eating your card.
Precisely. Or skimming, potentially. It just adds a layer of security there.
That's actually a really good point. What else? Bills.
Yep, a pay bills function. He showed paying his CNET internet bill, I think. You can scan QR codes or barcodes found on the actual bills.
Right, saves you having to go somewhere physically to pay utilities and stuff.
Definitely streamlines things. And finally, just a standard history feature.
Let me guess. Shows your transactions.
Yep, broken down by month. Pretty standard, but essential for tracking.
So, all in all, it paints a picture of this app as, your financial control center in Thailand.
Pretty much. Reducing the need for cash, minimizing trips to the bank for routine stuff.
The convenience factor, especially with those QR codes being so widespread, seems massive.
Absolutely critical for daily life there, it seems. If you're traveling or moving there, you'd really need to get the hang of this.
Makes you wonder why QR codes took off so much there compared to, say, NFC or tap to pay in other regions.
Yeah, it could be many reasons, right? Merchant adoption, government push, maybe just consumer preference, cost of terminals, perhaps.
Good point. So, wrapping up this deep dive then, Shinji's experience really shows the Bangkok Bank app as a super practical tool.
Especially highlighting that QR code dominance for everyday convenience in Thailand.
It really makes you think, doesn't it, how mobile banking isn't just one thing globally.
Exactly. These regional variations are so interesting. What do these specific successes, like QR in Thailand, tell us about where digital finance and maybe financial inclusion are heading elsewhere in the world?
Something to definitely mull over.